Hey everybody, this is Dr. Chris Doss. Thanks so much for joining me today on my page, Biblical Languages and Literature. Before we get started, I want to let you know about some of the exciting course offerings in biblical languages and literature that are being offered through Sabra Global Education. The first one is a weekly ongoing course on the Book of Isaiah taught by Rabbi Dr. Robert Harris of the Jewish Theological Seminary. This course meets 1 hour per week and goes through the book of Isaiah expositionally, with rabbit trails into medieval Jewish and Christian interpretation. The next is Dr. Steve Notley's course, Jesus' Parables as Jewish Scripture. This is a great course for those who have a desire to better understand the Jewishness of the New Testament. Then there's the Passover Seder and the Last Supper, also taught by Rabbi Dr. Robert Harris, and this course addresses the interrelationship of these two sacred traditions. Also starting in late April is my ongoing introductory course to the Old Testament and the Hebrew Bible. This course also has open enrollment. And all of these courses are available at a discount for groups of 5 or more. To find out more about discounts, contact info@sabraedu.com, info@sabraedu.com. And if you're interested in private instruction, whether it be in world languages or virtually any other subject, Sabra Global Education has a fantastic international team of teachers that offer customizable learning experiences to fit your schedule. Check out our offerings today. All right, let's get started with our video. If you were to say, I like to study Arabic, all right, I like to study Arabic, and give it to us first how it might be expressed in standard Arabic, and then how it would be expressed in, say, the Galilean dialect.
Okay, so the sentence, I like to study Arabic, in classical, in the standard Arabic, أنا أحب أن أتعلم اللغة العربية. أحب or أنا أحب أن أتعلم اللغة العربية. And just to do it, the spoken, the easy way is بحب أتعلم عربي.
Oh, that's very different. So even if you don't know the words, you can hear that there's a different rhythm to it. And
exactly. You know, when we say spoken, it's just, it's easy. You don't need to worry about vowels. We have vowels in Arabic that some are very sensitive when to put an A vowel or a U vowel or an E vowel. It's important according to the grammar. So, it's more into grammar and more difficult, but my passion is, and that's what I've been teaching for the last 28 years, is spoken Arabic. And my passion is, I know, and everyone knows around the world, that Arabic, if it's not the difficult language, it's one of the difficult languages on earth. But my passion is to simplify it as much as possible so people can learn it. And I concentrate very much. And whoever took Arabic with me knows that I don't accept with something similar. I let the students repeat over and over until they get the sounds correct. So
I know that by experience. If, let's say, someone who's watching today is planning a trip to Jerusalem and they want to learn some Arabic, just to, get a little bit more out of their trip and to interact with shopkeepers, maybe to try to make a purchase in Arabic or to order a meal, would you recommend that they learn modern standard Arabic or the Palestinian dialect?
Exactly, the Palestinian dialect, because this is the language of people. So it's good to learn and to try to speak even a little, with some greetings. Of course, you can refer to that channel. I do teach a lot of culture and language in the channel, which helps you understand the differences with the cultures, and even with greetings with a word, thank you, shukran, or if you please, min fadlak, etc. Sabah al-khair, good morning, or masa al-khair, good evening. Any words, any greetings, you just talk to people. People get excited. Wow, they are learning. They are trying at least to speak this difficult language. They will not correct you probably as I do, but at least they appreciate that you are trying to speak their own language.
Yeah, I remember, I think this is back in 2018 now, when I was there for the conference in Bethlehem, and my father had come to join me in Jerusalem after the conference was over, and I brought him into Bethlehem one night to meet with some friends. And on the way back to our hotel in Jerusalem, we took the Arab bus back, and we were the only two non-Arabs on the bus. And without a doubt, people were looking at us a little curiously. It was during Ramadan, and just to see, well, frankly, two white Americans on the Arab bus, heading back to Jerusalem, it caught people's attention. But I started speaking with a young Palestinian family on the bus in Arabic, and I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes, but it was fascinating to see the way their faces lit up. And other people on the bus, all of a sudden their eyes opened and they were very surprised. And it wasn't because my Arabic was good. What I noticed is kind of what you said. It's the fact that a tourist from another country had taken the time to at least try to learn, and they don't care about the mistakes you made. They're just, what I found is that people are honored in a way that you've taken the time to learn their language. Would you say that's true?
Yes, it's true. I can say that you have good Arabic too, Chris. Don't say that your Arabic is not good.
You're very kind. You're very kind.
I'm sure they understood you, and it was a nice way, and you experienced how it was a nice way to communicate with Arabs. So yes, I personally encourage people to learn Arabic, because Arabic is a universal language. You have Arabs everywhere in the world, and Arabs are good. It's good to have and build relationships with them.
Now, let's say someone were to study Arabic with you and they were learning the Galilean dialect, but then they go travel to Egypt. Would that Arabic be useful in Egypt? Would people would native Egyptians understand them?
Well, it's not an easy question, because, as I said, the Levantine, the 5 countries that I mentioned before, they have let's say, the closest dialect that people, wherever you go, they will understand. And Egyptian dialect is totally different, and whether people in Egypt understand the dialect of this country, it depends. It depends if somebody only in Jordan and is not aware, or don't hear any programs or TV things with the Palestinian dialect. I think it would be hard to be understood fully. So I think it's difficult for people in Egypt to understand our dialect. It depends. Yes, there is exception.
If we took the sentence, I am able to speak Arabic. I am able to speak Arabic. How would you say that in Nazareth as opposed to, say, Cairo?
I'm able to speak Arabic. بقدر أحكي عربي. On the other hand, with the Egyptian, أقدر أتكلم العربية. أقدر أتكلم. Instead of أحكي, أتكلم. So it's another word.
Yep.
بقدر, we saw the similarities. بقدر. أقدر. Yeah, it's the same word. But أحكي, we use in the Levantine. أحكي. Okay. In the Egyptian, أتكلم.
Okay. And so that's more like standard Arabic.
More than like standard, like
أتكلم.
Okay. Yes, أتكلم. العربي, yeah, Arabic, of course, is similar. So.
All right.
So
Very
good.
interesting.
That's why it depends what you say. It depends the context and what situation you are in.
Right. Well, I guess if you're in a shop and you use your finger to point, they'll understand you no matter what you say, right?
Of course, they want to tell you.
Right. Very good. Very good. So, can you talk to us a little bit about Arab culture and how it impacts your reading of, say, the Bible? Now, you alluded earlier to the story of Peter being in Jerusalem during the Passion Week, and just his accent gave him away as a Galilean. So what are some other elements of Palestinian culture that shape the way you read the Bible or impact your interpretation that maybe I, as an American, English-speaking American, might miss?
Well, actually, living here in the Holy Land lets you read the Bible in colors. So I was not aware of the advantage of living in this country. People talk to me and just knew where I come from, that I'm walking where Jesus walked, whether in Nazareth, Jerusalem, and Bethlehem. So I guess the culture, to answer your question, Chris, the culture, I think it's similar to what it was in Jesus' time. In our culture, we are more a community people. We like relationships between one another. And it's similar to what Jesus' time, I think it's the same as nowadays. We can see this in, let's say, in some culture issues. For example, when, let's say, people want to leave, we have the culture of telling people, no, please stay. It's still early. We say bakir. And I said this in one of my lessons in the channel about the goodbye lesson. So we like the people, we like to push people to stay, even to eat. If we're inviting people over for food, it's a must for a good hospitality is to let people eat more and not to say, if you say no, we still push.